Hey guys, Corey from Reed Sporting Goods, Walker, Minnesota. I want to introduce to you Danny Thompson from Garmin, and we are going to walk through the new Reed's exclusive Garmin 93 Livescope all-season bundle. This is how you set it up, and we're going to walk through it and take a look and make it easy for you.
Yeah, first of all, I think we should talk about everything that comes in this bundle, Corey. So the customers are going to be getting an EchoMap 93 SV Plus unit in this bundle. This is the unit that's capable of doing side imaging, down imaging, traditional sonar in the summer. It's got all the mapping built into it, and will be the screen that we're going to see our live scope on in this ice fishing bundle. You're also going to get an extra bracket and quick release mount that you're going to be able to use to mount this into your boat, so you can easily move from ice fishing to summer fishing, and we'll show you that once we get it installed. It's going to have the Livescope system. That's the brain box and the Livescope transducer. You're going to get the pole mount. That's what we're going to mount the Livescope transducer to. You're going to get the extra large bag and base. This is the actual base and bag that holds a Livescope, holds a 9-inch unit and everything right in there. It's going to come with a Dakota lithium battery or a lithium battery and a lithium battery charger. You got to have that lithium battery charger with those lithium batteries. So to start with, we've got our, and it actually includes the new all-in-one power cable, and I'll talk about this power cable in a little bit as well. So to start with, Corey started by putting together the base. We've got the base. You can see it's got the brackets right here where he's going to mount the Livescope to, and we've got the bail for the 93 in here already. So Corey, why don't you go ahead and get that Livescope mounted in there? And you can see that's the benefit of going with this extra large bag and base this year. It's actually got metal mounts that are going to hold that Livescope system in place. I mean, it's a $1,500 sonar brain box and system. You want to make sure you have it in there nice and nice and fit. So he's screwing that in. I'll show you this power cable while he works on that. So this is the new all-in-one power cable. You can see we've got a plug to power the head unit. This will power any EchoMap 73 all the way up through the Ultra 12. It's also got the power cable lead for the Livescope system right on there. That's the 2-prong one. It's got these 2 extra prongs. These were the Panoptix prongs that always came in the Panoptix bundle. If you're a Livescope guy, you could use these to power some sort of accessory like a cigarette lighter plug-in or a USB charger, or you could just put them aside and not use them. And then of course you got the leads, the positive lead going to the battery, the negative lead going to the battery, and then a charging port. You're not going to use this charging port with the Garmin system or with the Reed system, but if you use one of the stock acid batteries, you could use that port. So we'll set that aside. Now that he's got the Livescope box in here, let's look at these ports. So there's going to be 3 ports on your Livescope box, okay? One of them is going to be to power it, and that's going to come from this power cable that I just talked about. One of them is going to be the transducer. The transducer is the obvious one. That's the big plug. I want to say it's 21 pins. So you'll plug your transducer right into that one. And then the other one is a small black port that says network. Okay, so when you get your Livescope box and this kit, you're going to open it up and you're going to find this short network lead, and then you're also going to find this little bit longer network lead. And so what you're going to do is this lead that looks like a telephone jack right here, that's going to plug right into the back of our unit. So we'll do that here in a minute. And then that lead, Corey can start plugging that one in. That is the adapter to go from that telephone looking network port to the small network port on the Livescope. So you have 2 cords that go from the head unit into the black box, and those are all in the Livescope system now. So while he puts that on, I could start to mount the head unit here into the bail mount. So we've got that. Then once he plugs that into, once he gets those 2 cords plugged in, I'll plug in the transducer cord. It's got some twisty ties on here holding the cord. Let's go ahead and take those off here real quick. We got that. It's important, it's best to just leave everything unplugged till you get it all plugged into the head unit. Then once everything's plugged in and set, then we'll go ahead and power everything up for the initial power up. So I'm going to get this transducer plugged in.
You got a 2-pin red power cord that'll go to the Livescope box, and you also have a 4-pin red power cord that'll go to the 93.
The other thing to remember too, the cool thing about this kit that Reeds is putting together, this is an actual Livescope system, you know, so it's everything that you'd get if you bought the actual Livescope. So inside this box, we do have all of the mounts that you would maybe want to use. It comes with the mount where you could mount the Livescope to the head of the trolling motor. It comes with the mount right here where if we wanted to mount it to the pole mount like we're going to in the ice kit. But it also comes with that transom mount. So a lot of guys, you know, like myself or walleye fishermen, will use this actual transom mount on the Livescope. That's included in this box. So when you're taking it from winter to summer, you're able to do that a lot more easily with this kit because it has everything you'd need. So as he finishes that up, the other piece that's going to come in this kit is an actual Garmin pole mount, okay? This is the pole mount that we're going to mount the Livescope transducer to that we take and we put down through the ice hole, and we're able to steer that transducer and look in any direction that it's pointed. So when you put your pole mount together, when you mount this transducer, I really want you to put all of the pieces together. So put your pole mount completely together like you're going to when you're using it, and then mount your transducer. And the reason for that is when Corey mounts this transducer on there, I want him to mount it in a way that it's facing with the pole, so I can actually see where that transducer is looking, okay? So that's one important piece about the pole mount. The other thing Corey's got here in his hand, there's something in this mount. It's called the shoulder bolt. Okay, and so when you're putting this together, you're going to see your pole mount bracket has two pieces. One is completely solid, and the other one has a hole through the middle of it. And on that hole in the middle, that's how you screw it into the actual transducer. There's going to be a rubber washer, so you use that stainless bolt, the metal washer, or stainless washer, and the rubber washer, and that's going to actually all go in there to make it snug to the transducer. So he's tightening that up real quick, so he's going to do that first, and you have to use that rubber washer or it's not going to work properly. And so now he's going to mount this. Here's the other piece. Grab a couple of those stainless screws. So right now we're just getting it on there to get it tight and in place. And then, like I said, once we get these on here, then we're going to actually line it up with the hole so we're looking the same direction. That way you know what you're looking at when you're using the ice fishing. So he's got those on there. There we go. And so now when we tighten these down, you'll see, so right now this transducer is facing away from us, but so is my pole. So if we were ice fishing and I wanted to look over to the left or right, anywhere I look, once this is tight, it's going to actually go with the pole. That way I can actually steer the transducer and know what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at. That's going to be one of the most important parts, definitely, about putting the pole mount together. Everything else is goes together pretty smoothly, as you can see. We got the 93, the pole mount, everything is in there. The cool thing is this pole can get longer and shorter based on the ice and the time of year. We've got this nice pouch on the side of the bag this year, so we can actually unscrew the pole mount and keep our transducer in there, so it's protected from the elements. And
Excess
we'll be
cable
good
for
to
your
go.
Livescope user. On the handle on top. Everything folds down, nice and compact.
So very cool package. This is the EchoMap 93 all-season kit. It's exclusive to Reeds. It's something they've put together. They've got limited quantities available, so definitely get out to Reeds and get yourself one of these packages.